but you can just chat.
All right, we are here with the girls' mile champion, Sadie Engelhardt. Just ran 4:38 in New Balance Nationals. How are we feeling? I mean, the race just finished, and you're already up in the booth.
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, it's kind of like a whirlwind of stuff after your race. It's like another race happening after, just because there's so many people that like, or places you have to be in, like interviews. So, I mean, yeah, but definitely exciting. It's kind of like a little bit of redemption from last year when I got second. So. Proud of it.
Yeah, in a fast time. You got second to Juliet Whitaker, who has obviously had a really phenomenal weekend at the NCAA Nationals. What's it like seeing someone you've competed against move to that next level when you're only a sophomore?
Yeah, I mean, she's crazy, and just to think that I was even like close to her is honestly like just insane. And yeah, she's gonna go on to do great things. So very proud that I had chances to run with her. So
already a sophomore national champion. I mean, is it unreal to like hear that and to come here? Is this the perfect season right now? How's everything feel?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It was kind of a different race than I planned out in my head. It went by a little slow at the 800. So yeah, kind of by then I was like, this is just going to be a tactical race. And then, yeah, like the national championship is great. I'm very happy with it.
Well, we have the opportunity to watch the race immediately, and you can walk us through, tell us some of the things that you see.
Okay.
Now, coming in, did you think about time, or was it, let's just win?
So I actually was going for like a little bit of a PR, but I was just a second off. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't change it now that it's done, but yeah, initially I was going for time, for sure.
Coming from California, you don't have a ton of indoor opportunities. You were saying that you're in the middle of a strange spot where you're about to build. Where did this fall in a training cycle for you?
Yeah, this is just kind of like another build-up race callousing for April and like Arcadia and stuff like that. Like I said before, like my season is broken up into two sections. So one is the build-up to Arcadia, and then the other is just build-up to all the national meets at the end of the season. So this is just another check off the list.
Are you normally one to lead the race or to sit back and let Tatum do it?
So, I mean, I have a lot of trust in my kick. So if someone does want to take it, they can go ahead and do that. And then, yeah, I think I feel most comfortable when I can, when I know I have a kick in me, and when, yeah, when I'm with the lead pack with like a lap to go, say on the indoor track, 200 meters to go. Yeah.
Do you see 68 on the clock? What do you think?
Yeah, I knew I was supposed to go through at like 67, or that's what the pacing lights were at, and I wanted to run better than 4:35. But yeah, I think, like I said, like as soon as I saw 68, I kind of just went with the flow, felt the field out, and just, yeah, like I said, went with it.
Corey, as you look at this race, how does it make you feel? You know the result, you know that she won. Is this the position that you'd be sitting in right here?
I love it. I love where you're at. I think, yeah, just sneaking into that second spot, and you did it so smart off the first lap. Like you didn't press too hard in that first 100. You just found your way there. You made it happen. I feel like that's a really smart way to kind of get into the race and not get caught up in the fuss, especially on the indoor track. And then I love the confidence of the kick. I know like you have so much strength in the 800, so I feel like just knowing that you have the speed to back it up is obviously like a huge skill. So if you just put yourself in the mix like you've done, that's kind of like one of the big components to putting a good mile together, if you know that you have the foot speed in the last half of the race. So yeah, put yourself in position and then just wait.
Right, and I felt Tatum trying to kind of shake me off a little bit, like 600 meters to go.
Yeah.
To try and like run the kick out of me, and it was low-key working. I was like, oh, I gotta stay relaxed here. But
are you aware that Ellie is right there, and you know there's women in the pack still very much in the race?
I kept taking a peek at like the big screen, and yeah, I saw the pack. It was a little overwhelming. I was like, there's a lot of girls here still, but Yeah, I think by the last lap, me and Tatum had kind of made a little bit of separation, so I felt a little more comfortable there.
You keep kind of inching to the outside, like on her outside shoulder. Is that because you felt like you were ready to go, or was it because you were just trying to avoid the rail?
I think a little bit of both. Yeah, I get scared of the rail for sure.
Yeah.
Since it is so slanted, I'm not really used to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was one point where I think it was like 1.5 laps in, where I was like, maybe I should take it, and then I just stepped back. I was like, no, I'll let her do the work. But
you found the patience.
Yeah.
As you come up to the bell, are you a 200-meter out, trying to bide your time? There was a lot of girls still in the race. Like, when is your sweet spot to make the move?
I'd say like, I don't know, usually like it's different. Like for outdoor and indoor, I'd say indoor a little less than 100 meters, just like coming off the curb. I like to like slingshot around. I feel like I get the best momentum there. So like outdoor, that would be what, like 150 to go.
At this point in the race, do you think it's yours to lose?
So I don't know, like it's tricky here because I wasn't sure how much she had in, because like from this she's going pretty fast, and I was like, I just got to stay as relaxed as possible. But yeah, when I did peek around her, kind of, I was seeing, like, I kind of looked over to see if like she was responding a little bit. But yeah, but like right there, I knew I had it.
What's it like having those sparks come up from I was in the commentating booth, and it was a little even hard to see you versus Tatum with the sparks. Do you even notice that?
I didn't, actually. I mean, like, I've been watching the races online, like, this whole weekend, and I was like, it's going to feel so cool with all the sparks and stuff, and I didn't notice it at all, so.
You get chills watching this? I mean, for the first time, seeing a national title in front of you.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, definitely wouldn't change it at all.
Very cool. Well, thanks so much for being able to join us up in the booth here and break down the race.
Thank you.
When are we going to see you next?
So I have a race next. It's in 2 weeks. It's the Meet of Champs meet in California. So that's where I'll be at next.
And you're only a sophomore, so what does the future hold for you? I know you said you can't talk to college coaches quite yet. You're already
They're watching.
They're watching. I'm sure a ton of them are here today. What do you want to accomplish in not only your sophomore year, but before you graduate high school?
Yeah, I think I would like to add a couple more records to the resume, maybe like all time. I've been getting like class records up. Like I got the freshman one and then the sophomore, but I think the biggest goal would be like the all-time records for sure.
Love it. All right, well, thanks so much. I mean, I feel like you're going to get that here a couple years in New Balance Nationals.
Thank you.
Corey, do you have any words of advice for the future? You've been in her shoes before. You competed very exceptionally on the high school level, the collegiate level, and now you're an Olympian. You're looking at, something that potentially could be in your future.
Well, I will say, first of all, one fun detail is that I often train in Sadie's hometown, which is also my mom's hometown. So I feel like we have that special connection. I think just continue to find those beautiful places to go run and enjoy it and stay in touch with that, because obviously you figured out the competitive side of it, but just staying in touch with that will give you such a long career.
Yeah.
And obviously you live in a beautiful place, so that makes it a little bit easier. But yeah, on top of it, just like you said, continue to find new goals. Obviously you've achieved a lot already, but continue to challenge yourself and find goals along the way that excite you, and it will be so fun.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, congratulations, Sadie. New Balance Nationals 1 mile champion.
Thank you.